I realise that the text for this is going off the screen. It's just the Daily Mail. They just have no idea how to fucking format their website properly, so I'll do my best. Pulitzer Prize winning novel Mouse. Fucking hold on. Just bring it through. Tops Amazon bestseller list after a Tennessee school district banned the book about Holocaust over rough language and drawing of nude women. Oh my god. I cannot believe a book about the Holocaust contained rough language. I mean, I thought it would be a, a nice wholesome family read, I mean, I didn't ever for a second expect a book about the Holocaust to be quite horrible to get through. Yeah, I would never have expected. Personally, I'm shocked. The Pulitzer Prize winning graphic novel Mouse about the Holocaust, which was banned by a Tennessee school district over a few curse words and a nude image, has topped Amazon.com's bestsellers list and, proving to everyone that the Streisand effect is very, very fucking real. Art Spiegelman's poignant tale about his parents' survival against Nazi atrocities went from number 12 on Amazon's list on Friday evening and was number 1 by Sunday night. The book is not available for delivery until mid-February. The Complete Mouse, which includes a second volume, it was at number 3 and is also completely out of stock. Uh, there's just copies of the graphic novel. The various editions are also dominating the top of the list of Amazon bestsellers in the history, comics, and graphic novels, historical and biographical, fiction, graphic novel, blah, blah, blah. All the headlines. Neither book was in the top 1,000 at the start of last week. Recent reviews of the versions appear to credit the recent controversy for its purchase, because it turns out whenever you try and ban and cancel something, it actually instead only draws more eyes towards it. Who would have thought? I wonder what person kind of proved that once. Thank you, McMinn County SB, for being the impetus to discover this masterpiece. One reviewer, identified as a World War II era history buff of many years, wrote, "It will be a treasured addition to my World War II library." One Tennessee local has set up a GoFundMe in order to purchase more copies of Mouse for students who have since been deprived of the book. So far, $78,000 has been raised. Earlier this month, the McMinn County School Board in Tennessee voted to remove Mouse from its curriculum due to inappropriate language, eight swear words, 8 curse words, and its not wise or healthy content. The book includes an illustration of a nude woman, according to minutes from a board meeting. The McMinn County Board of Education voted 10-0 to remove Mouse on January the 10th, despite educators arguing that the graphic novel is an anchor text in 8th grade English language arts instruction and the centrepiece of a months-long study of the Holocaust. Published in 1991, Mouse is inspired by the story of Spiegelman's parents, Vladek and Anya, I'm not sure, who survived the Holocaust after being shipped to Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland. The graphic novel depicts Nazis as cats and Jewish people as mice. Spiegelman's autobiographical, fuck me, man, it's late, I'm tired, book won a Pulitzer in 1992. The Tennessee Board's decision came amid a wave of conservative-sponsored legislation and other actions to pull books from schools, with other banned works including Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye and Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. I heard about To Kill a Mockingbird being banned, but I wasn't sure specifically as to why. The board heard, but I know that it's a classic. I've not read To Kill a Mockingbird, I'm afraid. The board heard from instructional supervisors and the other school officials who defended the use of the book in class, but were unanimously overruled. I went to school here 13 years. I learned math, English, reading and history. I never had a book without a naked picture in it. Never had one with foul language. So this idea that we have this kind of material in the class in order to teach history, I don't buy it, said board member Mike Cochran. Spiegelman, 73, called the ban Orwellian, that is, in an interview with CNBC, saying that he learned about it on Wednesday, a day before Holocaust Remembrance Day. Fucking hey, happy anniversary. Experts say that the book has been taught in schools for nearly 2 decades. The Holocaust Museum has defended the book and says that it plays a vital role in teaching about the World War II era genocide. The McMinn Board of Education declined to comment on the ban or how long the book has been taught at its schools. The board members' objection centred around a drawing of a nude woman and 8 swear words that appeared throughout the 296-page book, according to minutes from the meeting. 8 swear words. How tragic. How awful. should be considered a war crime. Do you know what else was a war crime? Uh, Lee Parkinson, the board's director of schools, said he tried to find a workaround to the profanity. I consulted with our attorney, Mr. Scott Bennett. After consulting with him, we decided the best way to fix or handle the language in this book was to redact it. Ah, yes, to Ministry of Truth, the book. Considering copyright, we decided to redact it to get rid of the 8 curse words and the picture of the woman that was objected to, Parkinson said. But Bennett told him that there were copyright issues associated with censoring swear words from an artistic work. Board member Tony Allman said the book was unacceptable with or without the redacted portions. Jesus. Being in the schools, educators and stuff, we don't need to enable or somewhat promote this stuff. It shows people hanging, it shows them killing kids. Why does the educational system promote this kind of stuff? It's not wise or healthy. What? History. Like, I can't believe I need to explain this to like a school board or like actual teachers. History is fucking horrible. Like, history is fucking really bad. Really bad. Like, the amount of people that I've done like in my Mad Lads videos, like I had to do Vlad the Impaler, who everyone's like, oh, he impaled the Ottomans. He impaled more than just Ottomans. He impaled even babies. He impaled babies like to their mothers, right? And birds had made nests in their entrails. That's literally an actual quote that I just said there from an Ottoman general that saw what Vlad had done. Right? History's fucked. History is really, really fucking bad. Right? And it's like, this book about the Holocaust. I can't believe it's not pleasant. I was hoping for a nice evening read. I mean, fucking hell. Instructional supervisor Julie Gooden responded, I can talk of the history. I was a history teacher, and there is nothing pretty about the Holocaust, and for me, it was a great way to depict a horrific time in history. Yeah, because Miles, I've seen some excerpts from it, and it's dark. It's a very grim, dark comic, would you believe? But it sort of, dulls the blade a little bit of like the true nature of the Holocaust while still telling the story. Like, you can kind of understand the horror, but the fact that it's mice and cats, haha, makes it easier to digest. Because, if you read an actual book about the Holocaust, it's fucking grim. I would rather read mouse. Mr. Spiegelman did his very best to depict his mother passing away, and we are almost 80 years away. It's hard for this generation. These kids don't even know 9/11. They were not even born. For me, this was his way to convey the message. Yeah, like I said, it's grim. It's still pretty fucking grim. Melissa Knight, also an instructional supervisor, concurred. People did hang from trees, people did commit suicide, and people were killed. Over 6 million were murdered, she said. Allman was not swayed by the argument, and this is us just, look, it's late at night now, I'm starving, right? We've hit the 8-minute mark, so it's alright, but one of the things is that this just proves the fact that it's hit the Amazon bestseller list, a #1 spot, is the Streisand effect is very, very real. The more you try to censor something, the more outraged you are by it, the more eyes get diverted onto it. For example, all the stuff that's happening with Joe Rogan right now, his show's only getting more popular. More and more people are finding out who he is. They're going on and listening to his show and going, hey, I actually kind of like this guy. Right? The same thing happened to me. I got arrested for a fucking meme that I bloody made, and nobody knew who I was. My channel had 8 fucking subscribers, and then I got arrested, and I got fucking photographed in handcuffs getting taken out my fucking house, and then every time I had a court date, there was more and more press coverage, and now look at me, my channel's at 900,000 subscribers. The main channel, this one's sitting at about 270,000, right? And none of that would have happened if people hadn't tried to pull this bullshit on me. None of it would have happened, right? None of it would have fucking happened. And what's happening with Mouse just proves that the Streisand effect is very fucking real. The more you try to censor and hide something, and the more you stamp your fucking feet about it, the more people get directed towards it. And to be honest, it's a good thing. And also, see this conservative fucking shite, right? Conservatives of the modern day, I understand an awful lot. We get on, we talk, there's a lot of things that we agree on. Conservatives from like the 80s, 90s, I don't really get on with them because they're the video games cause violence, blah, like those types. I don't get along with them, right? And the whole banning books from the school because it contains swear words, like that bullshit, right? Fuck all that bullshit, right? Stop fucking banning books. And if anything, it just proves, yeah, well, I mean, look what happened. It fucking backfired on you, didn't it?